she was saying, they're not going to brief us until after this thing.
We have completely and totally obliterated. No, you haven't. That's a lie, Brother Trump.
There is a reason for Congress to exist. Right now, our Congress has a bunch of peacocks who like to appear on television.
I want to hop into a CNN panel discussing a Democrat-led effort through Congress to rein in the power Trump has on Iran and essentially leading us into war. So leave us a like on the video if you can. It helps our channel get out there. It helps the video grow and helps us out a ton. And we can hop right into the discussion.
We had Congresswoman Nicole Malliotakis, a Republican, here last week, and she was saying they're not going to brief us until after this thing is all said and done. And there is something about that, Scott, that, maybe you don't go to a full vote in the Congress, but to wait until you've already taken the action to brief even the Gang of Eight, this is a smaller group of senior leadership in the Congress, about what the intelligence says, I think is pretty extraordinary.
Let's just step back quickly and imagine that Biden ordered a strike without congressional approval and what the MAGA reaction would be. But it is, again, just MAGA actually not valuing the American Constitution the more that they learn about it and the separation of power and the co-equal branches that are clearly spelled out throughout. Funny that Scott says to prevent leaks, you don't include someone who leaks things, because I'm pretty sure Pete Hegseth knew what was going on, but it's simple. Even if you are planning this in secrecy to where you don't want to go to a full vote on the floor and give heads up, which I mean in some instances is warranted and I would understand, but it's not this one. For one, this was an illegal preventative strike on a non-imminent threat. But even granting that, right, to not brief advisors behind closed doors, speak with your team, it just reeks of authoritarianism, especially when mirrored with the mobilizing of a National Guard against state wishes and stuff, where one man should not have this level of power in this country.
We don't know whether it was a success or not, but you don't make a major judgment like that based on a one-day span. He's come out and said, I have a covenant with the American people. I tell them the truth. What do I say? We have completely and totally obliterated. No, you haven't. That's a lie, Brother Trump. Get off the crack pipe. You destroyed. You had severe damage. You didn't completely obliterate. Was there complete obliteration, you think?
Is there intelligence that you possess that says that?
Yes. You know why I know
it?
Because if, in fact, there was evidence for it, they would make it available, my brother. The fact that they not make it available means there's a good chance that they don't.
The war power resolution, though, I would say, there is a reason for Congress to exist. Right now, our Congress has a bunch of peacocks who like to appear on television and not do their job, which is frustrating. Because then when you are trying to brief people and have serious conversations, they're trying to score a political point.
I agree, and this is a problem that presents for both sides, but more so for Republicans now, as they're aware of the vacuum that Trump's star power will leave as he inevitably exits the party, where Republican Congress members are largely viewing this 4 years in Congress as an audition for the presidency or vice presidency, worrying about sound bites more than legislation, Fox News appearances more than House floor ones, partisan loyalty as to feed off the Trump base rather than reining Trump into the rule of law, which might ostracize his base. And it enables Trump to do these very things. But not only is Cornel West exactly right in what he says at the beginning, but we also have reporting now that confirms that we would have at most knocked Iran back a few months in their production, albeit initial reporting. But it should again be stated, too, that no intelligence anywhere says they were even trying to build a nuke or were anywhere close. So it was all predicated on a bunch of lies anyway, so why discuss it like it wasn't?
The president's commander-in-chief. The Constitution has tension in it about who's authorized to do what when. So Congress is trying to resolve it by saying the president can deploy forces overseas into hostilities for up to 60 days simply by notifying Congress. He doesn't have to get their approval at all to do it. That's the war powers resolution. People always get confused and say, no, it requires the president to get congressional approval. That is not true. For up to 60 days, the president can go forward. And in fact, the Obama administration attacked Libya and said we can go past 60 days because it's not hostilities, because they're not firing back.
It's funny you should mention that. Here's what Republicans said about that very thing 14 years ago.
The Constitution is very clear. You don't go to war without a declaration.
This latest decision was taken without adequate consultation with Congress.
And you see clips like this because, as we all know, Republicans are completely unprincipled and only believe what they believe favors their party. It was wrong when Obama did it, when Bush did it, and it was damn sure wrong when Trump did it in his first term and is doing it now. Wherever you fall on the Constitution constitutionality of presidential strikes without congressional approval, I think anyone without bias who can operate in good faith would have to concede that the refusal to even notify or brief or even speak with advisors is a show of clear authoritarianism, a symmetry breaker of the co-equal branches that defend our democracy, and something as a country that we frankly should not stand for. One man should not have power alone to take action unilaterally that would drag us into war. We don't make kings in this country.